hope you're doing well. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a journaling session, so feel free to grab a nice beverage, grab a little snack, maybe journal along with me, and yeah, that's about it. I'm going to be journaling in my Hobonichi Cousin today, so yeah, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start printing out some drawings that I did on my iPad that I'd like to print out and stick in my Hobonichi Cousin. Okay, and here's how everything printed out. I'm using sticker paper right now to print out my things. And right now I just have this Adhering sticker paper just because this is like what I already had on hand. I also have signed up for a new Patreon, or I guess new to me anyways. These are from Susanna V. Bryant, and I absolutely love her artwork. There is so much color and joy and just playfulness and whimsy, and yeah, I've been seeing her work in a lot of other people's journals and I decided to get it for myself today, and yeah, it's so beautiful. So yeah, I went ahead and printed out a few sheets because I think this will go well with my journal spread for today, and yeah, I thought I'd share them with you guys. I think this leaf will be a very nice way to frame things. I'm not sure where, but I do like that. I also like this. So many. Okay, let me move some things aside here, and let's make a nice little page. Okay, that is quite large. I can always do half too. Like I could cut this in half and then have half of the wingspan here. I could also do it in the center and have, oh, that's not bad. I could do that. I might actually like cut this in half and then stick this on either side of the page so that when you open it, it's there in the middle. I think that might be fun. Ooh, I also really, okay, yeah, I really like this coffee mug. I definitely want to use this. Do you really like this bird? I feel like, oh, actually kind of looks like he's standing on the coffee mug and it's kind of cute. I might actually do that like that. I think I like that. So yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna arrange the page, but very quickly I'm gonna look through my binder here and see if there's anything else that I want to add to it that I think would be a good fit. I do really like these checkered patterns. I like using these a lot as a backdrop. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna come in and draw in the lines to show where I want the text to be, and then I will come back in and glue the images on top of that. So to make my lines, I'm just going to use my pen here. It's just a Pilot G2 in a 0.7 nib. I know Hobonichi includes this like line here, this I think it's called like an invisible line or something like that, but it's a bit more narrow than I prefer. I actually usually make my divider line a little bit farther over than that, just because it's a more comfortable space to write in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that about here and leave some space in the bottom. And then some of this line will be covered up by printables, but I did just want to at least put the lines down first, just so I have an idea of what I'm doing. And then lately, with this space at the bottom here, you can see I have the bottom horizontal line here and here. Sometimes when I'm writing, I actually just continue all the way down here. Like I will flip the book this way and then I'll just write all the way down the page like this in just a very long column here. And I like doing that sometimes. So I might do that again today. I feel like I start looking at the page differently as soon as the lines are there. It kind of helps me like frame things, I think. See, now I feel like I actually want this cup over here instead, just by dividing it up like this. And maybe this is actually a better place to hang this moth on. So I think I'm good with how things are right now. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so I think it's time to stick and glue things down. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. All right, so hopefully I can line this up correctly. I don't normally do things in the center of the page like this. This is actually probably the first time I've done this. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, that is one side done. And then Let's do the other side. Okay, sorry, but I'm gonna have to actually get very close to this page to actually see what I'm doing. So hopefully I'm not blocking the camera too badly. I actually really like it. That's really cool. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'm glad I tried that. I was always too afraid to do that. I've seen a lot of people do that where they put things in the center there. And I think, I don't know how they're doing it, but it seems like people don't even like cut things in half, like they just glue it in the center and it's fine. And I think I'm always afraid that I'm gonna somehow like not glue it properly and the pages will get kind of like weirdly stuck together, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I've always been like too afraid to attempt this. And I think it turned out pretty cool. I actually really like this. I was a little bit crooked, but I think it's okay. I don't mind it too much. It almost looks like it's like slightly at an angle like that. And yeah, I don't mind it. The rest of these should actually be very easy. I started with the most difficult one for some reason, but yeah. And then I've been using my glue tape to stick things in rather than my glue stick because my glue stick has been like wrinkling the paper really badly. And it's really noticeable, especially when I go to use the other side of the page. So I've been using this instead and I haven't had much of an issue with it. I do still sometimes use my glue stick for smaller items though, because I don't really notice the wrinkling quite as badly. So I'll probably use it on this little bird here because I don't think that'll cause an issue with the paper. Ah, okay, there we go. Oh no, oh my god. I almost decapitated a bird. We're good. Hey, I like it, it's very cute. I'm very happy with this spread. I do want to add a few more things. So, do you like adding a smiley face? We'll probably add one up here. Oh, the number, I need to do the number. Actually, I forgot, I still need to add the number, so let's do that first. I've been numbering each of my entries as I put them in. So this is entry 13, this will be entry 14, and then this one here will be 15. And I like to make the number pretty big just to help me like navigate through the book so that I know where one entry ends and the next begins. Mostly because I'm not using each page as a new day. So it just kind of helps me like break things up and understand where I am in the book as I'm flipping through the pages. It is a little strange to me why the Posca pen doesn't give me any issues, and yet some of my markers do. Like the page doesn't even really like I don't know what the right word is, but like deteriorate, you know, when you use a Posca pen. Because sometimes when you use these like kind of like heavier paint pens, like, oh, pill, that's the word I'm trying to think of. The paper will start to like pill a little bit, but I don't even have that so much with this pen. Yeah, it's strange. It's not what I would have expected, but I'm happy. I'm happy that it works. Yeah. Okay, so that's the number done. I might come in and add some other color or design to it, but for now I'm just gonna let this dry. And then I might also add some sparkles, I think. Little sparkles with the pen around the page. So yeah, I'll go ahead and add those in. I feel like I've gone through several different like styles of sparkles that I've tried before. This is my latest one that I'm doing. It's kind of like a little asterisk thing and then a few plus signs with it. I don't have a very large sticker collection, but I do have these Pusheen stickers that I've been using. My mom got these for me a few weeks ago, and yeah, I've already used quite a few of them. I just love them so much. Anytime I can add a little Pusheen to my page, I am very happy. I also really like that the stickers kind of help hold things down, especially since I'm using the glue tape to stick things down instead of my glue stick. Sometimes it's really hard to get the corners, like get the very edge of the paper that I'm like gluing down. So the stickers kind of help like provide a little extra security, help them stick down a little bit better. So yeah, that's also helpful in addition to being cute. Oh my gosh. I really like this one, he's so cute. Okay, so my number is dry, so I might go ahead and try and decorate this with some other Posca pens and maybe do a border around it or something. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna grab my Posca pens and then we'll try that out. Okay, and I added a little pink border to the 15. I kind of feel like just adding some pink dots around the page too. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. It's almost like there are like streaks of sparkles kind of like going across the page here. That's what I'm going for anyways. Also, I think once again, I'm realizing why I was like so devastated when some of my art supplies weren't working in here. Even if it's not the main part of my process every day, it's still a part of my process and it's part of the way that I enjoy journaling. So I'm really glad that I found at least something that works in here. Actually, you know what else I'd like to do? I'd like to write the names of the moths here that I have. And I think that will be a nice like text to add to this. So I think I will do that as well. So I could also write the name of this butterfly here, the orange tip. Ooh, what if I wrote in big lettering across here the name of this moth? Like right here. That might actually be interesting. This is turning into a very visual spread with not as much writing on it, which is okay. That's just kind of what I'm in the mood to do right now. So I might do that. That one I will definitely do with pencil first because there's no way I'm gonna properly space that without doing pencil first. So I think I'm just gonna go with that, yeah. We're just gonna put that across the middle. Maybe I do it in another color too. I could. These are thoughts. These are thoughts. So I would just have it across the middle like that. The question is, what color, and do I want to try and do any sort of lettering design with it? And once again, I know I've already talked about this a little bit, but like truly this was one of the things that was missing for me when I was struggling with materials in this book. It was just the ability to do like larger lettering things like this that I like for a while when I first realized I couldn't use my markers or pens, I was completely lost. I really didn't know like what to do with my page anymore. So I'm really happy that I found the Posca pens as an alternative to that. Honestly, probably a big reason why I'm actually still in this book right now, as opposed to like abandoning it completely. Okay, I like that. That's kind of fun. So I think I'm gonna come down here now and write the name of this butterfly, which is the orange tip. What if I do something different? Like I make the O really big and then the rest of it can be smaller. Almost like an actual orange. Since we have some oranges over here already, maybe that's how I do this. That, and then I can even have a little leaf off the side there. We'll just make a big O. That might, yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, I feel like this looks different than what my spreads normally look like, but I don't know. I don't hate it. It's different. I had fun making it, and yeah, I went a little crazy with the fonts, I think. I think I'm finally ready to write some things in. So I'm gonna pause and do some writing and then I will come back in a few minutes. Okay, and I have filled in all of the text. I actually ended up going sideways in this center section here. So I went like this and I went down. And then everything else I just went up and down normally. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I journal today. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more journaling and planning videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.